Hi, my name is Stan Voelkel. I'm a commercial real estate broker. I own a company called Voelkel Commercial Advisors. And I started this series of reaching out to people that provide services to the community or topics to the community, the business community, which is what I serve. And so today we have a person that actually used their service. Her name is Sasha Crabtrey, and she owns a company called Remote COO. So I thought it'd be very helpful for people to kind of understand the services that her company provides and how they work. So with that being said, Sasha, thanks for agreeing to be on the video.
Yeah,
Tell
thanks
us,
for having us.
yeah, absolutely. So tell me or tell the audience a little bit about your company, Remote CO.
Great, happy to. So we empower growth in small business owners, entrepreneurs, and nonprofits through administrative support, digital marketing, and business strategy. So we're really, taking a proactive approach to helping businesses grow and kind of transform their ideas and goals into actions through kind of a collaborative approach. So simply stated, we kind of help with those daily operations of growing businesses.
And how long has Remote CO been around?
This year we celebrated 14 years in business.
Wow, that's amazing. And
Yeah.
we've been working together probably for about 6 or 8 months now, I believe. I can't remember exactly when we started, but so I use the services as well. And I know
Mhm.
that I know there are kind of different levels of services that are provided. So tell me a little bit about the different kind of I don't know if they're necessarily absolutely stated, but just tell me kind of like the different companies that you work with and the type of services you provide.
Sure. So our clients really are looking for a kind of foundational operational support. And so we help our clients on a remote basis, kind of working with them in cloud systems and helping them from everything from just the administrative support of calendar management and new client onboarding to some digital marketing pieces and social media management to project management and process documentation efficiencies, and bring that brainstorming partner. Most of our business owners are solopreneurs or entrepreneurs that it's just them, and so we kind of provide that partnership, if you will, to accountability and really helping that business owner grow their business and really focus on what they're really good at, servicing their clients while we handle everything else, kind of behind the scenes. So it's a lot of service type providers, business consultants and coaches, and people who are providing kind of their knowledge and skill set to other businesses. So it's a really big, small business community that we get to support.
Yeah, and so one of the things that I have Erica, who I work with, and
Hmm.
we have calls like once or twice a week, and
Right.
she keeps me on task on a lot of things. She does a great job. But one of the things I think is really great about your company or the services that you provide is so I'm done much more social media. So y'all have a dedicated person for social media that handles all of the social media aspects that I need done. In addition to what Erica is, Erica is sort of the liaison between the
Hmm.
social media person and myself. But kind of you've got different people with different expertises that are helping me, when I need it, which is great.
For sure. We really believe in, using the skills and talents that everyone brings to the table. So our client managers and our, marketing department, they all have different, skill sets, different expertise, different experience with certain platforms. And so we really work together as a big community. And I like to tell our clients that they're really hiring our entire team. They're
Mhm.
not just, hiring the person that we assign to them or match with them, but they have a whole team behind them. And so
Yeah.
whatever project that our clients have going on, we may have someone that has a better skill set, fit, or experience in there. So we're always learning from each other, cross training, So it's a really big benefit when you can kind of have that whole community feel of several different experiences, skill set, talents, and then our preferred vendors or providers that we've really vested and have worked with a long time. We bring those into those relationships as well when we need any kind of outside, support for a particular project.
Yeah, no, and that's definitely one thing I've really noticed is that each one of your team members really, they learn, they know obviously the team members really well, but they're able to kind of leverage the skills of the different people within your organization, and that's been a very, very big help for me personally. Erica does, like I said, she does a great job, but and what's really amazing is the background of the people that work there. Erica was in real estate for herself for a long time until she moved out to the country, and she's just got a great skill set, and so do other people that work in the organization. So tell me, what's changed the most for you and your company since the crisis?
So a lot has changed. Everyone has said, oh, well, you've got this down. Y'all have worked from home. Your company's virtual. And while we do have a lot of the tools and the, experience and kind of the routine down, our clients and the community in general and us, we're all experiencing kind of those, same types of new working environments because there's more people home in your house. There's kids, there's spouses, and so kind of getting and trying to get used to not having any support, if you will. So if you're kind of the kids are not in school and you're trying to be teacher, and you may not have any kind of grandparent support and neighbors and things like that you're used to having some dedicated time to work in. And so there's a lot more distractions that are happening, both for our team and our clients. And so really getting used to that, and then just giving yourself some grace that this is a different time. We shouldn't be expected to perform and have the same ability or availability that we're used to having in this environment. And the same thing for those who are switching from being in an office to working from home. You're not going to be able to accomplish the same amount of things in the same amount of time. Now, working remotely in general is very much equal to, a lot extra productivity, less distractions. But right now, that's just not the case. And so you have to kind of change your mindset a little bit and your routine, just to kind of get that flow back in place.
So have y'all been able to add a few clients in the last couple of weeks? Has there been an increase in demand? I would think there would be some increase in demand.
We did just onboard a new client last week. And in the last 30 days, we've brought on 2 new team members, 30 days to about 6 weeks, and then 2 additional clients just in this quarter. I think those are kind of before the, crisis has occurred. And but what we do find during this time is that we can be a real support to those businesses who, either are flourishing in this environment, due to either, their particular service, or they just need some extra help in kind of, getting their way through this and really understanding, like, where's my place? How do I pivot? So most definitely, for us, it is an environment where we can support our community and be available to small business owners and some, nonprofits to help them navigate through all of this.
Yeah. So what are some of the big challenges that you're seeing with working with people that, are working at, so like my house, we've got, 2 kids doing, school, their virtual school. So they're on the internet, and then my wife works, she's on the internet, and I'm on the internet. So it I've talked about this before, but there's definitely, you can definitely tell there's a slowdown in the speed of the
Yeah.
internet. Has that really affected y'all very much as far as working with your clients?
Yes, I was going to say that as soon as you started talking about it. If you don't already have good internet in place, it does take more bandwidth to host these video calls.
Hmm.
So if your child's on a call with their class, you're on, your spouse is on, and just the weight that it's put on the video platforms, the technology
Hmm.
themselves. Most people are using Zoom, and that
Yeah.
they've really had to kind of increase. And I think there's been software updates almost every 3 or 4 days from Zoom. So I think that they're doing a really good job on trying to communicate with
Mhm.
their constituents, on their programs. But
Yeah.
definitely, the internet speed has been interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So it's really, it's just, it's amazing how things have changed so much in the last um, couple of weeks, really. Once again, for me, y'all do several things, but you've got some where you are really doing just a ton of stuff for, can you talk a
Mhm.
little bit more about that? Like some of people that are using you like for everything that's available.
Sure. So there's a couple of our clients that we really have, more than one team member assigned to.
Hmm.
Again, it's based kind of on the talent, strengths, and need of the client. But when a client is kind of fully utilizing all that we can provide, they really have a operations or COO on their
Hmm.
team who's helping them with the strategy piece of things, and managing vendors on their behalf, and doing digital marketing, acting as their brand manager,
Yeah.
making website updates, ensuring that every digital footprint is matching their brand, that it matches their voice, so we can really kind of get in there to those parts to make sure that they're touching their prospects and that those are the right target market.
Hmm.
And then in the strategy piece of things, it's really doing the research and understanding of where does our client need to go next? How do we help them get there? What does um, their growth plan look like?
Hmm.
What's next for them? What are the next steps? How do we help them pivot right now? So some of
Right.
the things that we're doing for our clients is taking them virtual. So some of them are doing trainings that have moved from heavy in person to all virtual. What platform do we use? How do we get it on our website? How do we market it? What's the language and content around that? How do we brand the videos? There's a
Hmm.
lot of moving parts that are happening right now, and they're happening really fast.
Yeah.
So because we know our clients, because we've been working with them for a long time, we're able to pivot really quickly with them, help them get the tools, resources, and maybe additional providers to help us really create a very professional piece or product for them to put into the marketplace
Right.
as we try to think through, okay, what's next? Where's your focus at now? And really helping them think through. Our mindset is a growth mindset.
Yeah.
This is not the time for us or our clients to just sit still and kind of stagnate and wait it out. This is not a wait it out game. It's a be really prepared
Yeah.
for what's coming type of game. Like really solidify your foundation
Hmm.
right now. Now is the time to solidify what that looks like so that you have a very solid platform from which you can jump off into so many other things.
Right. So what really is your, I know what you'll do for me, what is your ideal client? Like what are the, I guess, the types of clients that you work with kind of, I'm sure they're fairly broad, but what's kind of your ideal client?
Our ideal clients are small businesses, entrepreneurs, and some nonprofits. So more specifically, they are those that are not necessarily in like retail or product um, based. Most
Uh-huh.
of them are virtual or remote themselves, anyways, and we are their team. So typically, they might have a lower number, if any, employees, And there are some of our nonprofits that are much larger that we help them in the, kind of executive leadership board liaison, pieces when we're supporting the executive director. So those are, kind of the types of clients we're looking for. We're looking for the ones they do have a growth mindset. They're looking to grow. They're wearing way too many hats themselves. They know that they're not functioning at 100%, in each of those different categories.
Right.
They intuitively know that they really need to focus on their core strengths. They're, laying out the vision and, working directly with their clients. They want a strong professional to be their partner in this.
Right.
So not just a taskmaster that they have to manage. While we do a lot of tasks, we're actually kind of the ones that are being proactive about, here's what's next, here's what I need from you.
Yeah.
And kind of holding the business owner accountable to what they want to achieve.
Sure.
It's really easy to kind of let ourselves down as business owners, like, I'll get to that tomorrow, I'll do that next week. When you have kind of a team behind you and someone saying, hey, let's move on this. I've booked time on your calendar for you to work on this. So those are the types of clients that we're looking for. They want someone who wants to partner with them and help them, grow their business. You had asked me about planning for the future. I think we talked a little bit about having that growth mindset, but really the kind of disaster preparedness, or just being prepared for any of these scenarios. Like if our clients are prepared for themselves getting sick during this, what have they laid in place? Does someone, or does, the person that you have helping you, like for us, for our team, have you kind of planned through some scenarios if you or a key employee, falls ill?
Yeah.
Processes in place? Do they know how to access, the checking and banking stuff, so that, just kind of what's that protocol to have another team member kind of step in place of that, key personnel. So it's not kind of a last minute thought. It's well thought through to make sure that those things are in place.
Right. So it's not just you're doing task A, B, and C. There's a little bit of kind of longer term planning that y'all are involved with as well.
Correct. Yes, absolutely. So just really kind of thinking through, what does that look like? What are the processes and steps? Do they have access, and do they have passwords and things like that, to really kind of put themselves in your shoes, or in that key employee's shoes, if they were to become, ill or were not available to answer questions and things like that. So It's a really big key that our team tries to put in place for our clients by documenting all of those things and having those, in place, and having access to the necessary tools. And it's a thing that we do internally as well. And we just, talked about it in our team meeting on, making sure that, what if one of you does get sick or does have to take care of someone who's sick in your family? What is the plan? And so just making sure that all of your stuff is really smooth and polished and kind of buttoned up, if you will. So that's what you really be working on now. Yeah.
And so one of the, I always, living in Houston, we always go back to, what happened during Harvey.
Right.
So we all have had a little bit of this is much longer, obviously, and much more serious, but how did things work for your company with Harvey?
Yeah, the disaster preparedness piece, right? Us in the coastal South here. Really have to kind of focus on those things. Lucky for us, our team and team members didn't have any major damage from there, if you can, if you can believe that. But we had that same conversation, with our clients, and as that was kind of coming in and water started rising, it was making sure that the communication lines were in place, and that we always make sure we have extra forms of communication for our clients and key members, that we have spouse phone numbers, that you have those personal email addresses, not just, the company email addresses. You need multiple ways to get a hold of people, and setting in place kind of that cloud-based technology that should already be there. If you're very paper centric, you need to kind of rethink your processes, and definitely rethink and think about kind of your disaster preparedness plan.
Yeah, right. We're all getting an exercise in disaster preparedness now, aren't we?
For sure.
It's crazy. Yeah, hopefully it'll end soon. Is there anything else you'd like to add? I think we've kind of covered pretty much everything we need to. I wanted to ask, at least at this point. So in the future, if somebody, I'm going to obviously include your contact information in the notes below, but what's the best way to reach you?
Our website is great. It's remotecoo.com. So we've got our contact information there, and a contact form, and also gives you a little bit about our company and our services. One of the free tools I might offer to your viewers on our website is our Smarter Worksheet. It's a document that they can kind of audit and assess where they're at, their processes, their tools, what's needed, and really kind of helps them think through like where places might be that they could use help in.
We'll once again, we'll put a link to that. But Sasha Crabtrey with Remote COO, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. It was great to chat with you. And
nice. Yeah, thank you, Stan. I appreciate having me on.
Yeah, we'll be in touch soon. Take care.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Bye.